What if I told you that the next 11 months of this year won't be decided by a vision board or a 30-day challenge or even your New Year's resolutions? What if the habits that you repeat this month are the ones that follow you for the rest of the year, shaping your energy, your focus, and how you feel in your body? Not big goals, not extreme changes, but the small, almost invisible habits that compound over time. Because in midlife, it's not about doing more, it's about doing what actually works for your body, your nervous system, and this season of life. And today, I'm sharing the 1% habits that quietly support my body, mind, my energy, my hormones, my sleep, my focus, and even how I show up for my life. If you're a woman in midlife who wants this year to feel calmer, stronger, and more aligned, this is where it starts. So, why 1% habits matter in midlife? Over the last few years, I've been deeply focused on becoming my healthiest, most energized self, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. And here's the biggest lessons that I've learned. Transformation doesn't come from massive overhauls. It comes from small daily habits that compound over time. James Clear explains this beautifully in Atomic Habits. Tiny changes feel meaningless in the moment, but over months and years, they completely change your destination. And this matters more even in midlife because our hormones, our nervous system, our metabolism, and our recovery all respond better to consistency, not intensity. So let's talk about the habits that actually move the needle, especially in this first month of the year. Habit number one, daily silence, because it's about protecting our nervous system. One of the biggest shifts that I've made was learning to step away from constant stimulation. No podcast while driving or walking, no scrolling while eating, no noise just to avoid being alone with my thoughts. And it's really about finding time in your days where you can have moments of silence. Science shows that our brain was never designed for nonstop input. Research demonstrates that moments of quiet allow the brain to process emotions, consolidate memory, and spark creativity. Constant stimulation keeps your nervous system trapped in a stress response loop, raising cortisol, a hormone that already tends to be elevated in midlife. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day of silence, whether through meditation, deep breathing, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts, has been shown to reduce stress hormones, improve emotional regulation, and restore mental clarity. This habit alone can improve sleep, reduce anxiety, and bring your creativity back. Bottom line, science isn't laziness, it's nervous system repair. And meditation or quiet moments are your secret weapon to reclaiming calm and focus. Habit number two, short daily stretching. Not intense workouts. Consistency beats intensity, especially after 40. And research showed that daily stretching improves joint mobility, circulation, balance, and even cardiovascular health. Supports our muscle flexibility in our joints, and it's not just about movement. Studies link greater flexibility with lower risk of cardiovascular health and improved longevity. So for women in midlife and menopause, this habit is even more important. Hormonal changes, especially declining estrogen, can lead to stiffer, achier joints and increased inflammation. So daily stretching helps maintain joint mobility and it reduces stiffness and protects against discomfort that can make everyday movement challenging. So stretching also activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode, lowering stress hormones, improving recovery, and promoting mental calmness. So even just 5 to 10 minutes a day can help release tension, improve our circulation, and support both the body and the mind. Habit number three, mindful protein intake to fuel our hormones and our muscles. One of the most powerful habits for energy metabolism and hormone balance is being intentional with our protein intake. Research shows that protein supports muscle maintenance, stabilizes our blood sugar, and helps regulate hormones. So, for women in midlife, adequate protein is especially critical because muscle mass naturally declines with age and the hormones. So we need to aim for lean protein at every meal. So think of eggs, Greek yogurt, fish, chicken, legumes, or plant based protein. And also aim to space it out throughout the day to improve that muscle synthesis and to help prevent midlife energy slumps. So keep in mind that protein isn't just for weight loss, it's essential for energy, for our hormones, and for maintaining our strength as we age. Habit number four is being smart with caffeine. Timing it, don't just cut it out. So, caffeine can stay in your system for up to 12 hours. And while that afternoon coffee might not stop you from falling asleep, research shows that it reduces deep restorative sleep, which is crucial for hormone repair, for our brain function, and for midlife women, the stakes are even higher. Hormonal shifts make us more sensitive to cortisol spikes and blood sugar fluctuations, which caffeine can make worse. So here's how to work with your hormones instead of against them. Have protein before caffeine. This lowers absorption and reduces blood sugar spikes. Cut it off earlier, ideally before 2 p.m., or switch to decaf if you need that cozy afternoon ritual. And then try some alternatives like green tea or matcha or hot chocolate, which provide sustainable energy with less cortisol impact. So the goal isn't giving up coffee, it's using it strategically to support steady energy, stable mood, and better sleep, all of which become increasingly important in midlife. So the takeaway here is that smart caffeine timing lets you enjoy your favorite cup without sabotaging your hormones, your sleep, and your energy. Habit number five is reading instead of scrolling to reclaim your focus and protect your brain. Scrolling on social media might feel relaxing, but it actually fragments your attention, increases stress, and short circuits your deep thinking. In contrast, reading restores your focus and strengthens your brain. Research shows that just 15 to 20 minutes of reading per day can reduce stress by up to 68%, improve your memory, focus, and comprehension. It also builds cognitive resilience and delay age-related cognitive decline. It also supports emotional regulation and a calmer nervous system. For women in midlife, this is especially important. Hormonal changes, stress, and sleep shifts can make attention, memory, and mental clarity more fragile. So, by reading, it provides a protective effect for your long term memory health. So, even just 5 pages a day trains your brain to slow down, focus, and process information deeply, a habit that pays dividends in energy, clarity, and mental sharpness. So, this is the takeaway. What you feed your mind directly shapes how you think, how you focus, and how gracefully you age. So, setting the tone for the year doesn't need more pressure. You don't need to do more. You just need to integrate small habits that will compound over time. If you commit to even one or two of these habits this month, you will feel different by February. By spring, you'll move differently. And by the end of the year, you will be amazed at what you have done because the life that you want isn't built in big moments. It's built in the quiet, consistent choices that you make daily. And this month is where it all begins. So please comment below which one of these habits are you starting with? And let's walk into this year grounded, regulated, and aligned together. Let's support and cheer each other as we navigate this year together. If this message resonated with you, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.